Okay, so let's try and get through some of these round 2 games. I have no idea why this is in my replays. I opened that mission earlier today, briefly, but I guess that's why. Anyway, let's look through. Those are some long games. Bubbly Boo versus Altera. So Bubbly Boo went 1 for 1 in round 1, if I remember correctly. That's not Bubbly Boo. Yeah, versus Anarch Cassius. He got distracted by with microing some bikes, and here he played a much more stable game, and and Cassius kind of messed up his eco, if I remember correctly. That happened a few times in round 1. Altera's game versus 2FA. Altera's game versus 2FA. Let me double check. 2FA won them both. 2FA won them both. That's what I thought. So this is probably going to be an interesting. This is actually going to probably be a really interesting game. Without wanting to be insulting to players, it's probably going to be more like a high intermediate level rather than a Hands or Legato level game. So let's see what we have for the stats. We have Altera going NE. Altera's been playing for a while. Bubbly Boo picked marked. He wants those acolytes and Templars, I assume. Reaper 17. Look at that. Devour on minus 10% discount. Minus 10 cost. Now I'm sure the volume is somehow, the sound in Combined Arms has somehow managed to change itself since last time I spectated. Bubbly Boo in the top right. Altera bottom left. These are both long games. One of them was 16 minutes, one of them was 20. Although I've been tricked by that before. If the players don't close the lobby and chat in the lobby, the game will last a lot longer. So it's probably is a 20-minute game, but strange things can happen. 1 oil, 2 oil, 3 oil, and 4 oil. Yes, that's what I thought. So yeah, Nod versus Scrin. Might end up seeing... Uh-oh, he's dead. Might end up seeing bikes or something aggressive at the start. War Factory out from both. Bubbly Boo quite a bit later than Altera. That's probably just experience. And having to micro different things. See, now I can't hear the music at all. I'm sorry. Did he kill an NG? Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I can't hear the sound at all. There we go. What do we have? Bike. Okay. Bike rush. Ha! Bike rush. Yeah. Move from Altera. No move yet from Bubbly. He's going for that radar comm center. We got the nerve. No, we didn't get the nerve out of Altera. Altera going fourth power plant? Why is he going fourth power plant? Yeah, that was a misclick. He's going for ref. 2 bike. Yeah, 2 bike. Gunwalker. Now, he doesn't really want the buggy bike to be seen. And I think it should be quite obvious that this is coming around the back. There's 2 more bikes. Yeah, he's microing. Okay, laser. Good. Okay, gets hit. He could have killed that. The buggy bikes aren't getting in without being seen. And Altera, if he's paying attention, should have looked at, should have seen the number of harvesters, seen 1 bike, and thought, your war factory's been around for a fair few seconds. What else have you built? Because I don't see enough harvesters. Altera himself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Harveys to just 4 up here. A lot of info in the middle. There you go. Bike's been discovered by the Seeker tank. Nice inflow, but these just aren't getting any value. Eco. Altera. Yeah, Altera's ecoed pretty nicely. Second portal is up. Shouldn't die. If it gets microed. Oh my god. You are a lucky miner. You don't have to go to the island. Sat hack. No, yes, support powers. Sat hack, yeah.
Time to rock and roll.
Ooh, a stormcrawler. Hey, Legato. We can watch your games afterwards. I'm sure they're a shiny example of how to play Screen. Hey, artillery? Nowhere near enough fodder here. Artillery hitting the interloper. This should be over. Oh, no. Acolyte's OP. Altera backs off. SSMs.
Time to rock and roll.
Acolytes came out just in time. Acolytes need buff. Yeah, look how fast they died to the Ravagers. Ravagers are only 275 bucks. One of the people who got them nerfed. Ooh, Watcher. Attach parasites to enemy vehicles and structures. Interesting. Interesting. Wait, was it Acolytes or... It was Acolytes. I saw it say Acolyte. Why are we not building Acolytes? Okay, little engage. Oh, SSM. Gotta be careful with the SSM that you don't run into its missiles. Yeah. Altera sees the opportunity, decides to run back and attack Bubbly Boo's main with the Devourers and the rest of his army. Unfortunately, gets held off. Not like, don't like that army positioning there. Getting unnecessarily attacked by all of this just to kill an oil. I think he sort of went forward and then kind of changed his mind. Not entirely sure. Cyborg, rocket soldier. I was about to say, why do they have a medic sign? But that's because they're near Tib. Yeah, so I've turned the sound up since last time. And it still sounds too quiet. We've got Hardened Carapace coming out for Altera, which will be really nice. What's that? 40% reduction from explosives. Yeah, okay. 20% reduction from incendiary explosives. Incendiary is SSMs, right? One miner does end up going down. Probably the one from earlier. It was already pretty weak. And these are really nice to watch for those flanking attacks. That mastermind. Oh no! Mastermind's gonna get absolute
Rock and roll.
carnage done. Bye-bye. What? Oh.
Real tough guy.
Oh, okay. Still. Taking out... that was a second airstrip. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, the side commando sees the... I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, this army looks pretty damn scary. $28,000 EDs in value, plus a useless Storm Rider. Another miner goes down. Jesus Christ! Cyborg's fucking OP. Not enough mass, needs to pull them back. Cluster missile inbound. Get something. Stop sending the miners forwards. Ah, gateways. We have the rebel faction built with the bullshit warping gateways, teleport anywhere on the map ability. And that's gonna be GG. Yeah. That's gonna be all she wrote, kids. Gotta sell out, I guess. Not entirely sure why. GG. Spend most of our time looking at Bubbly Boo. Altera's side. What do we have? 7 harvesters by the end. Only only 2 2 expansions. I guess that counts as a 3rd, but doing pretty well there. Build order was pretty good. Yeah, I think it was experience, basically, like situational awareness and multitasking. That let him down in the end. Well, let's see how game 2 went. Bubbly Blue Altera. This is a 20-minute game.
Battle control initialized.
Alrighty. Bubbly Blue on the right, Altera on the left. We've gone for Legion. So another Nod faction, but not the same Nod faction. I don't know if we'll see any of this, any of the Legion's tech. Battle tanks may, like, potentially, instead of frying pans. Altera going any, getting Scrin again. Did he get Harbinger last game? He did, didn't he? Because he had Devastator 10% discount again. So, yeah. Altera with exactly the same. Oils on this map. He had Reaper. There, okay. Yeah. I thought, why did I think he had Harbinger? I'm going mad. Obliterator, Marauders are great. Mentia, probably. 1 oil, 2 oil, 3 oil. Looks like Altera's gonna get the mid. Which he kind of shouldn't have. Hospitals? Anyone getting the hospitals? Altera's gonna guard Bubbly's hospital. Bubbly again, buildings being ready. I mean, it's only a second or two, but it's definitely that level of multitasking. Hey, Havoc. And what difficult levels? Nah, man. I'm so tired. I'm absolutely wrecked. I'll more tomorrow. More tomorrow. Random faction. The universe is deterministic. Well, let's see how this goes. Let's see what units Altera decides to build. Will he build a mummy ship? Or another air unit, which he gets 10% discount on? What are you drinking? Lemon Coke. Wait, it says 0 sugar. I've been had. I've been scammed. I swear I've been drinking full fat. I was drinking full fat like 3 weeks ago. I bought more since then several times, and I thought I noticed sometime in the last week or so it didn't taste quite right. I noticed. I thought it didn't taste, you know, as good. I assumed it was just because I'd been drinking quite a lot of it recently. Coke Zero sucks compared to full fat Coke. Everything tastes worse than full fat Coke and Pepsi and Sprite. Anyway, 3 Harveys to just the 2. We got another bike coming out. This is getting so much work done. Absorbed differently by the body? I mean, yeah. Well, it depends what the sweetener is, but can do. I mean, none of it's gonna kill you. Not unless you drink, like, 5 cans a day for a year. And then if you drink 5 cans a day of full fat, that sugar's pretty bad for you. Oh, no! Donald Trump levels of Diet Coke and Coke Zero. It's hard to drink the normal stuff anymore, but it's overwhelmingly sweet. Really? I just find artificial sweeteners a bit bitter. Right, it's not the same kind of sweetness. You can tell when it's sucrose and when it's not sucrose. Absolutely. 0.03 grams of salt per 100 ml. Yeah. Cool flavor. Nah. Along with other things. What, in I mean, that's just sugar. That's what people call sugar, as opposed to aspartame and well, as opposed to fructose or glucose. Well, in non-American fizzy drinks, sugar is sucrose. In American fizzy drinks, I assume it's a mixture of fructose and sucrose, given that they use high fructose corn syrup. Anyway, enough about dietary science. What are we doing? We are a war factory. We are 5 harvesters for each. Good. Bubbly has an eco. Road syrups, glucose are absorbed differently. Yeah, they're absorbed differently. They're absorbed at different speeds. And higher and faster things with sugar which is absorbed faster obviously spikes your sugar levels, which requires a spike in insulin. And gives your body less time to adapt to the spike in sugar. It's a bit like alcohol. If you have 5 shots of vodka in 5 minutes, you're gonna get pretty drunk. You have 5 shots of vodka over 24 hours, you'll be fine. All right. And the miner goes down. Oh, phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid is like irrelevant. You haven't eaten a fizzy sweet? Fizzy like Haribo or something? Fizzy gummy? You get phosphoric acid and citric acid on those. That, like, Altera's getting so much done with just a little bit. It's really quite impressive. And Bubbly's almost falling for the bait here. And is sort of responding way too much. I also like how there's plasma cannons scattered around the place. So if somebody did to Altera what Altera is doing, it wouldn't work anywhere near as well. Anyway, lots of infantry. The mediums are so out of position. But the Nod Horde might just work here. Hypercharge is expensive. What? Hypercharge is... Oh, yeah. But can't he use it multiple times? Nice. Ooh, yeah. And goes right through the middle. No, pull it towards your army! Your safety! Still 1 oil to 1 oil. They've expanded roughly the same amount. Well, their Bubbly hasn't got that and isn't on every tip field. What about upgrades? What are you looking at for upgrades? Hardened Carapace again and Hazmat. Uh-oh, Banelings. Sorry, copyright significantly different Banelings. Blotix. Yeah. It's a Baneling. It's a Baneling. And down goes another Harvester. What are we looking at for army graph? Bubbly higher. How? Really?
Time to rock and roll.
Stellar fusion cannons. I wonder what Altera is going to build. Bubbly should. There we go. Bubbly has the temple out now as well, so he should get cyborgs. He should repo his Harveys. Yeah, 3 on there is unnecessary. There's the fight. The commando, the tanks, everything's out of position. The most bullshit ability in all of CA. It is bullshit. It needs to be slowed down. It needs to be slowed down. Because you can't outrun it with Imp. Vipers? Excuse me? That's a basic nod unit? Apparently so. Resource conversion. Oh, did he spy Scrin War? I can't hear the music at all now. Oh, global point click. Of course it does. Rebels. Cyborgs. Support powers. Tech hack. 7.5 minutes left. Bubbly just not like getting back. Bubbly's broke. Okay, this is bad. You need to build a ref. I'm sorry. It does say strong versus light armor. Beggy.
Time to rock and roll.
Mastermind. You spice out. He did use spice out up here. Are they both broke? They are. Bubbly has a reason for it. Yeah. Altera's harvesters. Oh, hit the mastermind, you fool. Why not aim? Okay. And again, don't move your whole army. Just take something. Altera's just making you dance. You download Tip Dawn textures? No. That's why on the last mission it had gems. Yeah. No. Like this is a classic issue you see with slightly greener players. They will move their entire army to chase one unit because they will have hotkeyed their entire army, or they'll panic, whatever. And it's, as you can see, it's absolutely devastating, and quite possibly just lost Bubbly the game because Bubbly's army just half of it got wiped. These two aren't doing anything. Well, I'm going to better both matches, but Altera's confidence, yeah. And again, Altera, what Altera is doing couldn't be done back to Altera anywhere near as effectively. You've got these plasma cannons everywhere. Obliterators. Yeah, I mean, Bubbly's in full panic mode. Not entirely sure why you're building a stealth tank. It's just kind of falling apart. It's the best screen unit in the game, lady. But yeah, positioning was what won Altera these fights. Either his positioning his army well, or Altera's or Bubbly's army not being positioned correctly, because Altera baited it around. And these two harvesters still sitting around doing nothing. No, it's normally for like a stream. This is over. A shame. A shame. But hopefully that's a weakness and a shortcoming that Bubbly can account for going forwards. These obliterators, heavy artillery that create a charged particle beam, particle stream through which it projects a powerful energy pulse, damaging everything it passes through. The railgun tank. Right, well, I'll speed it up. Bubbly is absolutely dead as a doorknob. More obliterators being built. They're so expensive. More Legato warships being built. Temple goes down. Artillery and anti. Those are obliterators. The beam does not damage. Just shows where it's going. Yeah, they charge some time, then shoot through everything in the path, even damaging allies. GG. Nice try. Nice try. You hate to see it when somebody just like gets. Altera played exceptionally well. And Bubbly lost, not really because of what they decided to build, but I seriously think Bubbly certainly lost this game because he just got pulled around so much. Red 2 AI sends off and sells every unit. I personally am not a fan of that. I really hate it, but I mean, it doesn't matter too much. I think if you're GGing out, just GG out. People have places to be and things to do. They don't want to spend like a minute cleaning up your infantry across the map. But most people don't mind it. Anyway, there we go. That was that. Right. Next set of games. Let me just make a note that this has been played. Altera versus Bubbly. Yeah, there's tips on. Yeah, it just said the link doesn't exist. Well, I mean, we kind of have to, right? Legato versus Hands. I'm expecting greatness. I'm expecting the Mona
Battle
Lisa
control initialized.
and the Sistine Chapel of a series. I'm not sure which is which, but two games between two pretty exceptionally good players. We have here Legato going as Talon, choosing Talon. Interesting. Okay. And Hands playing as France. Interesting. I was about to say Grand Fortress. No, Grand Cannon and Battle Fortress. With cluster mine powers, I can see that being exceptionally annoying. Do you like to play Zero, or do you prefer Red Alert? Red Alert 1 or Red Alert 2? I think Generals is great. I really enjoy Generals. But Red Alert 2 is just a better and more polished game. General suffers from one of the problems that well, 99% of 3D games, 3D RTS games suffer from, which is unit collision, and therefore pathing. To such a degree that it's just annoying. But it's fun. It's certainly fun. Not something I could ever binge, but certainly something that I enjoy playing and trying the mods. Got a micro it. Yeah, but I mean, that's a bit like Red Alert 1, right? You know, it lends, it's just you gotta micro it, not because that's how you're supposed to play the game, but because the game coding sucks. And I think if you're if you're basically saying you've got to play a certain way because playing the way you want, it's the game's fault that you have to micro, right? Which is definitely a point against the game. It's not that it's better to micro because it's more effective. It's better to micro because the game has terrible game has not great pathfinding. Anyway, what in God's name is this? Okay, Legato being a sneaky little shit. But yeah, versus Red Alert 1, I choose Generals every day of the week. Versus Red Alert 2. Red Alert 2 is top. Tipton is toppest. It has some problems, for sure, but it's my preferred game to all the other CNCs. Mr. Kitty Hands taking out Leggy's mid oil. Two things in there, not engineers. Will get spotted. No. Yes. No. Maybe. That engineers. See, pillboxes all over the place. Really nice to see. Nothing of it. Well, one sentry gun. That should have been spotted. Legato. He did this in round 1. Defending his power plants. Like, what? Interesting. .1 seconds from death. People didn't drop it was over. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was a nice try. I still think the oil would have been a better bet. You certainly got yours. But then in a game like this, you know, two pretty high level players, you've got to do things which are going to high risk, high reward, right? And low cost. It's just one engineer. As for eco, 6 harvesters each, not expecting anything different. 4k, 6k in the bank. Legado not... Okay, yeah, no, about the same. Upgrades. What have we got? Kitty Hands going for defense policy. Building HP. All of those things there. Time skip. Okay, advances like upgrades, I guess. Your camera went away. Yeah, so people can read the defense thing. AGT. Grand Cannon. Where are we putting that? There. What? Okay, so we're going in, but what's the actual army here? Zone troopers. Okay. So you went strategic. Yeah, bombardment. 4 zone troopers with EMP grenades. No, they don't get EMP. They don't get EMP grenades. 5 racks zone troopers. Can you economically support this? No way you can support that. Which games did you miss? You missed Altera versus Bubbly Boo. So both players are on the same number of ore patches, although Legado moves first and his money is sinking like a stone. The UAV is going to spot pretty nicely here. Or as I said, a target. It's not quite true. What the hell? Hold the phone. Excuse me, the fuck? How did we deploy a Grand Cannon in the middle of nowhere? Entrenched engineer? Upgrades, entrenchment. Enables engineers to facilitate the building of defenses. Holy shit, okay. But it does get EMP'd. Ripperoonie. Both of these players chose these factions. Yep. Jump jets as well. I love the jump jets. Super squishy, but will do so much damage to Imp. Oh, there we go. Those jump jets can just clean up those Imp. Do we have anything for the those tanks? Literally no. Prison tank. I think this should be over. I mean, this is like insane. Legado is flat out broke. 12 zone troopers. We've got light tanks and stuff coming down there. What are we doing with the... Uh-oh. Bye-bye, Tanya. This will turn into some kind of base trade. This is embarrassing. This is... Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Hans. Why did you deploy the ref? Legado's OP. Have to nerf him. Yeah, bit of a base trade with Legato winning. That was a great fight. Taken over here. The MP on the Grand Cannon was great. Don't need him? Yeah, I guess that's true. But the confidence to just be like, yep, don't need my MCV. Pretty good. All right. Leggy versus Hans game 2. Another long game. Interesting. No Titans though.
Battle control initialized.
Both chose their factions. Hans deciding, well, if Leggy beat me with Talon, they must be pretty good. So he decides to pick them. And Legato goes Russia. I wonder what we're going to see here. This is the another Fort Royal map in the shape of well, a penis, right? That. And you got the, you know. Anyway, I had a mental age of a 5-year-old. Okay. Taking a book out of Stromberg's playbook and building attack dogs. Desperately trying to think of anything but a feat. Yeah. Like a teen, no. Like a I just couldn't think of anything. Yeah. There you go. Hans building like no inf at all. This is strange. And Legato, I mean, if he never scouts the oil. He never scouts the oil. Presumably because he's scared that there's a bunch of riflemen there. Nice move. Hans is going for the war factory first. How much can the dog get done here? I mean, come on. I know you're greedy enough to build an engineer for this. I know you're that greedy. I should have attacked him. Guard towers come out. Riflemen by the ref. Standard stuff. Third ref coming out from... There you go. Now the war factory coming out from Legato. Humvee. Multiple Humvee. Presumably to take his oil. Well, to take his oil. Not having an oil is quite a big deal. $400 every minute. Level of big deal. So this is $800 Legato's got, which Hans hasn't gotten anything. Hey Nico, well I'll do your series next. I think you've done round 2, right? I don't have all of round 2 games. I think there's still 4 missing, 2 missing. I had 6 and then I got given another 2, I think. So yeah, I don't expect much to happen for the next couple of minutes. Just a bit of posturing. You've done yours? Oh, okay. Who were you against, Thunder? You were against somebody that... Were you against Sir? You were against Cassius. Ah. I'll try... Hey, there we go. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. I'll try and get the rest of the ones I've got done tomorrow night. I will try and do the people who are here now today. But I'll get the rest of them done tomorrow. Right. What else are we looking at? Second War Factory coming out for Kitty Hands. And we've gone Bombardment. We've gone Bombardment, as is tradition. Merles. AGT, but low power. And what has Mr. I don't like screen spaceships gone for? Tesla tanks and Kirovs. Tesla tanks and Kirovs. Let's see it. Let's fucking see it. No upgrades yet. But look at this. I mean, this is kind of quite a lot of greed from both players, honestly. Both of them playing a tech game. Hans building 4 riflemen at the start of the game, and then no more infantry. Build order doesn't show units. But that's it. And Legato also being A, scared and defending himself, and B, not wanting to do early game aggression. Just let that slide. Look at that defense. Oh, wait, no, I thought he'd actually position that there. Never mind. Nice. There's a lot of infantry. Uh-oh, I hear stuff. I just wanted to count the riflemen. Why is it not telling me how many rifle... Oh. 46. Okay. Never mind, it didn't work out as I wanted. Right, let's go. Tesla tanks. Do we have Tesla arcing? No. We have Tesla troopers, but no Tesla arcing. He had 60. Did it say 60 somewhere? I swear sometimes it doesn't appear. Could be that, or I can't read. Hey, we've got a jug. Jugs and Merles. Vulcans for the heavy armor. I really like this. $63. Yeah, you're right. Holy mother of God. Oh yeah, well, 20 rocket soldiers feels like quite a lot. They one-shot jump jets, but then jump jets one-shot them, so. Hans now with 2 oils. Leggy with 1. This is the monster under your bed that you don't know is there. And here we come. Do we not have Tesla arcing yet? No, we never went Tesla arcing. That army value is nuts. The BTR is going to help take out the jump jets, but the Vulcan's doing so much damage. Doesn't get very much, though. I mean, kills the rat, fine. But when he's lucky, 4 Tesla troopers at once, infantry doctrine. I would... What about pausing the $2,000 every 5 seconds expenditure. And instead getting the infantry doctrine and then the cloning bats up. The Wolverines, still battle tanks, boo. Tomahawk launcher, armed and ready. There's nothing in those though. Oh, there's a commando in that one. Did that die from residual damage? Look at all those test troopers just die. What do we got over here? We're gonna get some good stuff on the back line. There's not enough to go with these mulls, and a jug just not enough front line. Hans just pouring in his artillery and should have really run away. What? I mean, yeah, what? Highly questionable. I missed what the commando got. Sorry, I assume it was a ref. Iron Curtain. I didn't know we had an Iron Curtain. Yes, I did. I saw it. Try and draw the attack from... Yeah, okay. Hans does, in fact, micro his defenses. But this is devastating. This won't be enough late game. There's no front line to it. The production's gonna go down. Maybe? Maybe not? Maybe not. That's definitely savable. MSB and the ref go down. Still has this. Needs to keep that up, I think. Building another MTV. That's expensive. Yeah, it needs to pull everybody else back. Test Rocking's looking pretty good right about now, isn't it, Legado? Wait, no, it doesn't work on Tesla Troopers. Never mind. I would draw my snide and sarcastic comment. Hand GG's anyway? Damn. I mean, that was probably Legado's win. Oh, I had no money to make another ref? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Not and keep building units, right? And you would have walked through his base in that time. That's fair enough. That makes sense.
Control terminated.
Right, let me make a note of that. Well done. Legado looking scary. Somebody's got to take the man down. All right. Who else? Well, round two. Thunder's been here since the start of the stream, and Cassius is in now. So why don't we go for these two games?
Battle control.
Thunder versus Cassius. Both of them relatively new. Checks notes. Oh no, Cassius has been playing for a little over a year. My mistake. This is age and experience versus youth and enthusiasm here. Thunder been playing for like 3 months. Blue versus blue. Okay, let's have no more of this, please. That is very silly. Yeah, this is the battle of the ages, quite literally. Thunder is less than half of Cassius's age, but he only has a quarter of Cassius's combined arms experience. Playing for 3 months, playing for a year. So is it going to be see who comes out on top? This is the same map? No, not quite. Very similar map. We see the same like 4 maps played. almost in round 1 I think we saw 5 maps played, maybe 6, but 2 of them were only played once, meaning that 4 maps were played across 20 or 22 games. The map pool is 12, 10, something like that, but players not liking change, not liking anything weird or wacky or exciting. Anyway, Cassius loses out on the middle, doesn't get the bottom oil. Thunder can get the top. Oh, I should actually point out as well factions. Cassius goes any Soviet, ends up with that Iraq. Thunder on England. Sniper. Sniper would be nice. Desolators, if we can get to that point. Rad Troopers, definitely nice. Hospital, good plan. Free medics, why not? Oh, I didn't hit the play button. Imagine pausing the game and then not knowing that you've paused the game. I've never done that. I'm questioning for a good long minute why the fuck the game is not moving. Cassius going for the War Factory first, not second ref. Personally, I prefer this, but unfortunately, I'm not sure it works very well in combined arms. It's great in Red Alert 2. Not so much, not so much in CA. The double ref build seems to be standard here. It was actually a mistake. Not sure how my second got cancelled, and I was committed by the time I saw it. Good that you committed by the time you saw it, instead of like cancelling it. For sure. A lack of infantry for Cassius. Although, yes, no. You're both blue, okay. I'm gonna confuse whose rifleman is whose. Nice quick move. Thunder taking his sweet goddamn time. It's a more stable base, having a double ref, but kind of unnecessary. And this is gonna hit like a ton of bricks, I expect. Oh no. We have rifles coming out. This is good. And a heavy. You love to see it. And yes, a grand total of 0 rocket troopers for Thunder. A grand total of 1 rocket troopers for Thunder. Now he sees the heavy tank. Katyushas. Splendid. Cassius Chum, my man, my boy. What happened here? Anyway. Radar. Were you going for a bit of yeah, I got distracted. That probably sent back a good bit. It's $400 every minute. It takes $100 every 15 seconds. It's not the end of the world. It's certainly not on a short game. And I still have no idea who wins this. But in a longer game, it really adds up. Both players with eco. Another chem tower. I love to see it. I almost want to place it like one just like down there. Kind of unnecessary, but for now, but it will future-proof you. Could steal that oil. Maybe the second NG was a mistake. Might have been a misclick. Rad troopers on pause. I guess that was an eco issue. Not enough anti-tank. Not enough anti-tank. I expect Thunder wins this. Love to see the Katusha targeting it. Most players will just control their entire army. But yeah, Cassius in the end, I think, falling to the same issue Thunder almost did, which is that transition into those mediums or heavies and needing to build some rockets. Now the heavies come out, but I think 10 rocket soldiers, a little bit too much. Could also move them through the infantry ball. The other thing about rad troopers is that they're great, but you need the rifles to support them. So yeah, I think oil would have made a difference. More infantry mass, and also some rocket troop. Because I mean, the rocket troops is why you lost that the fight here. So heading out for those in the back, always make rifles with your literally anything. Saw somebody, was it player, his name begins with a C. Relatively new player, I think. They were building lots of Tesla troopers in round 1. Or shock troopers, and no rifles to go with them. No, it was a new player. That was rough. That was rough. The right idea, just missing an ingredient at the right time, but quite poetic to see that Thunder suffered from the same problem, but adapted to it, i.e. the tank. No.
Battle control terminated.
I'm talking about Cecile. Pretty sure it was Cecile who built in round 1 a load of shock troopers. Was it grey armor? So it always made me how fast the others can pivot out some tanks. I'm not a combined arms player, Cassius. Not a multiplayer combined arms player. So everything I say is very much take with a pinch of salt. Unfortunately, my multiplayer experience is very much Red Alert 2 based. And over the last 18 months, I have stopped shouting quite so much at all of these very talented and skilled combined arms players when they do something that doesn't conform to Red Alert 2 rules. So yeah, I'm quite surprised at how fast people can get things out. Finding the tips helpful? Well, Legato's tips are the best. If you can get Legato to give you a tip or two, then those are the ones to Those are the ones to listen to. I wasn't trying to make that sexual. It just came out that way. Much like Legato's tips every now and again. Right. Cassius vs Thunder game 2. Kill enemy men and tanks. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. Thunder in the top right. Cassius in the bottom left. Thunder going with England again. Cassius going with Psycor. I love Psycor as a faction in Combined Arms. It's it actually feels a bit like a different faction. Oh, sorry. It feels more distinct than I think any of the other sub factions. Legion, I suppose, is Legion sort of starts to move in that direction, but I think Yuri moves in it the most, right? He's got the most unique. He's got the most. He has the number of unique units that Yuri has is the highest. You got discs, you got brutes, you got Gatling tanks, you've got lashes. I'm not saying I enjoy playing Yuri. And you have Yuri. Yes, indeed. Only commander replacement in the game. True. Definitely most distinct. How it's more like a traditional army than Yuri's was in Yuri's event timeline. Yeah. I mean, in this, it like in CA, Yuri feels way more like a branch of the Soviet army, right? Which is whereas in Yuri's Revenge, well, in Yuri's Revenge, by that point, it's definitely not a branch of the Soviet army. And in fact, that's it really. It's not Yuri, it's Psycor. It's the Soviet Psychic Corps. Anyway, enough about Yuri. 1 oil, 2 oil. Thunder got an oil there. I don't know the maps, so I would have missed that for sure. But always good to have a look around. Camo pillbox. Okay. Cloaked. Nice to have. And Cassius built two refs this time. Early games become pretty tactical. How many capitals to fight ever? Yeah, the I can't remember what series it was now. I think it was Sir's series. I can't remember who he played against, but it might be somebody else's. Both players capped the lookout posts. What I'm going to refer to as lookout comm centers. There we go. The forward command centers of questionable use and value. Thunder scouts this oil. Whether he'll cap it or not, no idea. But he at least scouts it and notices that Cassius hasn't capped it. Cassius learning from game 1. A couple of rockets. This is what you love to see. Players adapting and changing and preparing after a loss. Or indeed after a victory. Thunder's engineer comes out, super greedy. Always fast cap the full command center and drop a turret there. Allows you to do your first expand without expanding. That's true. It also probably gets value, right? Yeah, very efficient. I mean, in this, an engineer is only 300, right? 400. And a pillbox thing is normally 500. Radar coming out from Cassius. 4 harvesters to Thunder's 3. That's what I thought. Thunder? Buddy? You missed a spot. Also, you could have deployed that. Doesn't matter. So we see 10 rockets. Oh, no. We see 3 rockets and 7 rockets, I guess. 4 mediums out. Cassius, there's your problem. Yeah, lack of production. Floating $3,000. Yeah. We all do it. But yeah, you notice you're not building anything, and then you throw everything in there. You flick through all of the buildings, all of the upgrades, and then this is very much getting caught out. I do think moving the tanks through, as a general rule, is a great idea. It means that the enemy rifles will start to target the your tanks instead of your infantry. And it also means you can get some squish and pancake some of the enemies. Thunder, yeah, same comment to him. Grind my balls across a mile of broken glass for 1 extra tree. Crushing his shit in CA? Yeah, you don't do it to crush Thunder. You do it so that the enemy units will attack your tank. Because they should attack the closest thing to them. So if rifles are shooting rifles, they kill each other real fast, and then a tank appears really close to them, and they'll shoot the tank, and that takes ages to kill. But yeah, it does also make them discard their order. I know that. Brutes, really damn good versus mediums. Unfortunately, I think at this point, the mass is just too much. I think if you're fighting from behind, mass rifles is what to do. Because anything else is just going to get picked off super fast. It could be a commando, it could be a Yuri, it could be a mammoth tank. It's not going to outlast. So yeah. Not building for a while was an issue. Certainly not building from the war factory for a while was an issue. But then getting caught out through no fault of your own was just unfortunate positioning and timing. But you can see the building efficiency here, right? Thunder has an extra wall, so that's why he's spending more money. But I mean, Cassius, your Rico's been better throughout the entire game. Right? You're 10% ahead. You've earned 10% more. But you're floating so much of it. And I think that was because your war factory was idle for a while. Maneuvering in field is one of the biggest weaknesses. It happens to everybody, especially when you get caught out. Especially when you get caught out. Suddenly you're like, oh, okay, focus on this fight, focus on this fight. Even if you're not doing anything, you're kind of watching it, maybe, you know, ordering a few bits and pieces, and everything else apart from what's in the middle of the screen goes out the window. Yeah, that's rough. There's not much to really do about that other than just experience. Those were good games. Those were good games. I don't want to be too nice to Thunder though. I hope he comes up against somebody like Stromberg. Stromberg versus anybody is funny. Yeah, really good flame time. Like, yeah, nice putting them down as well. Zod players don't bother. Right. Let me make a note that I've cast that one. Thunder. Anarch. Cassius versus Thunder. Right. Gotta be kidding me. Why? What? Glad you enjoy it, man. Glad you enjoy it. Make sure I'm here for Stromberg versus Oops. We can do Stromberg versus Oops now. I'll do one more series. I did see Nico in chat earlier, but I haven't seen him since then. I don't think anyone else is here. Nico's like, yeah, I don't care about my game. I don't know if he doesn't want me to see it now or if he just doesn't care. Right, okay. Not really entertaining. Okay, right. Well, I'll do your games and all of the ones I missed tomorrow, and one has been played since then, I think. Pretty damn sure. Oh no, Legato versus Hands. Did Doc send me a bunch of games earlier today? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Cool. Right. Strongberg versus Oops. Game 1.
Battle control initialized.
All right. What do we got here? We have Harbinger 31 with the Legato warship 10% discount and the mothership discount. We've seen Harbinger a few times today, or once, and then Russia for Stromberg. Of course, Stromberg chose Soviet at least. Okay. Hang on. Let's just do this. Poll. Will Stromberg go? Right. 1 minute. 1 minute on the poll. Will Stromberg go Grenadier BTR? I don't know, but my vote is on yes. My vote is on yes. If he doesn't do it this game, he'll do it next game. If he does do it this game, there's still a 50-50 chance he does it in game 2. And frankly, at this point, if players are not preparing for it, it's your own damn fault you lose. Because he does this over 50% of games. There's the NG. In fact, I half think that Legato, in all 4 of his games this tournament, he's had Rifleman next to his power plants. In both round 1 games, both round 2 games. In the last tournament that was played, on the 1.05 patch, I think it was, Legato lost and got knocked out by Stromberg because he got Grenadier rushed. It was only the 9th or 10th time that Stromberg had done a Grenadier rush that tournament. How could Legato have possibly known? But I see the trauma and PTSD has still stuck with him. And so we have a rifleman running through to the main devastator. It's a nice oil cap. 1 on each side there. Obviously just a comm center in the middle. It's a low oil game. War Factory's on for coming out for both after the 2 refs. Interesting from Stromberg going double ref but on the same point. Obviously the flame tower can cover both of those, but is some nasty rush from the screen really what you're expecting? Because I mean the flame tower is the only reason I can think of why he would have built these on the same patch, right? Oh, and I guess his racks is up here as well, so there you go, boys and girls. There you go. BDR and Grenadiers. Now, funnily enough, the Grenadiers might run into nothing. Sound 3 ref main, it won't matter much what order. No. Did we decide last stream or 2 streams ago that if you left the map running for like 10 hours, the Tiberium would spread all across the map? Or is it just in a fixed radius? Because if it's fixed radius, you want to get one harvester on every patch as soon as possible. Okay, I think this is a... Yeah. Oops is an idiot, but he's a really fucking lucky idiot. To be fair, if he put down a plasma tower here, it would have done nothing because the grenadiers would have outranged it. 48 hour Tiberium growing stream. I saw earlier, somebody posted a picture, sent me a picture earlier today of a 3D printing stream for a computer mouse. And it was just a video feed of the 3D printer, and it had been running for 13 hours already. And there was like half a mouse made. Oddly interesting. I mean, it is for a bit, not 12 hours. 5 harvests already for Mr. Stromberg. 6 even. I can't count. 4, 5 for Oops. Is it Ups? Or is it Oops? Oh, look! The fucking Grenadiers! They shouldn't get anything though, right? Squish. They didn't get anything. Just. Nice defense. It was clutch. Strombo with the Tesla reactor. What are we gonna see? No upgrades yet. Still going heavy tank. Still going rockets and rifles. T3 incoming. I mean, the tech center's being built. But are we going to see a T3 army, or are we just going to see a Kirov? Aurora's coming out. The Ravager, you love to see it. Where are the Ravagers coming from? Where's the second Rax? What? Oh, there. Duh. Second Wolf Stromberg. Test the tank spam. Yep. Stromberg likes test the tanks.
Let the games begin.
And we've got Rebels. And Oops is broke. Oops. And we've got Tesla arcing. There we go. Wanted to see that. Oops, still with the oil lead. No, not the oil lead. Never mind. Should have the oil lead. What in God's name happened here? The comm sense is really nice. A little bit of vision. Did you see that quick switch? And all of Oops' army isn't yet in the fight. Nor does eventually come out. The colony platform deploys nearby to get the storm column out. That's why. There's 2 colony platforms. What? How is he building a storm column? Where's the second one? What? Colony ship can produce structures on the move? What is this? Fucking Fortnite? Yeah, this is looking pretty devastating now. And we've gone with we haven't even gone with upgrades yet for Stromberg. There's the GG. Damn. We like Fortnite? No. Stromberg, like, not even expanding too much. Pretty tight base, but absolutely devastating. I mean, he was moving to expand again, but that was just really solid core army. I don't know what the screen does there. Back to the ID. Well, fucking devastators. You know what Tesla tanks can't do? They can't shoot up.
Battle control terminated.
Game 2 though. 20-minute game. Stromberg sticking with the Russia pick. Oops, going
Battle control initialized.
ARC? No, Zocom. Except Fast T3. Yeah, I don't know what he could have done either. I don't think Screen really has an answer for that, really, does it? Not Harbinger, at least. Anyway. 1 oil, 2 oil. Do we have a close oil? No. Low oil. Oh, yeah, we do. We have a close oil. What? What? Oh, yeah, there. It's another penis oil map. Okay, no, not really. That's very odd. That's an unfortunately shaped penis. Tier 1 timing push. Well, yeah, I mean, like, at that point of the game, it was a bit... there's not much he could have done. Gotta love the pre-building of a defense. Really no reason not to do that. You know, you can cancel it if you're sort of hitting 0 or a couple $100 away from broke and then rebuild it. There's pretty much no reason at the start of a game never to have a guard tower or a pillbox or equivalent pre-built. Interesting. Oops, should get the oil lead here. Are you gonna? Oh, wait. I forgot to do a poll. But, yeah. This is a warning to all players when you play Stromberg, okay? He doesn't care that he's done this over 50% of tournament games. This tournament and last tournament. He's done this 3 out of 4 games in the 1.7 tournament, okay? Like, and in the last tournament, he did it over 50% of games. And he reached the finals, right? He was versus Dark, or was it Hans versus Dark? Where's that? Guard tower. Two power plants and a Rax. Getting Rax counts it, but it should have been pre-built. He had one pre-built. And it never got placed. This is absolutely devastating. And it's still a 16, 18 minute game. But yeah. When you play Stromberg, assume he is going to do this. Assume he's going to do it. Because it costs almost nothing to defend against this, right? Like, you build a bunch of rifles. Maybe you do what Altera did, right? Put down a pillbox next to your power plant and raft. Probably your power plants and your raft, really. You can always, this will should last long enough. That you can respond to it, a raft even. But a guard tower, $600. No one wants to spend it, but that's only 6 rifles. Alternatively, just put 6 rifles down. You'll use them in an army later, right? Now, Oops has got 5 harvesters through all of this. Stromberg has 7. Pretty good numbers for both. Fuck's sake. No. No. That's so greedy. I've seen him do this before, but not often. Going in with the second APC. Kill the oil. So Oops will be on 0 oils. Stromberg on just the 1. Jump jets out. There's no upgrades hotkeys there. No, because I haven't set one. Just Vulcan cannons so far. Can't keep getting away with this. Stromberg going second Rex. Makes sense. Oops going second War Factory. Interesting. Nice, gets the kill. I didn't see what happened to the jump jet. Oh, it's there. Energy for the oil. And now Oops moving forwards. He's basically dry on eco. Stromberg on 8k. Earned 20% more. This vision is really nice. I mean, he doesn't see all of this shit, but he can fight that. This is getting so much value. No, not over the Tiberium. Wait, have you got Tiberium upgrades? No. Hold the line? On Zocon? Why? Great guard tower placement. No micro on it though. Vulcan cannon doing work. Battle tanks moving forwards. Possibly because he's against Soviet and he wants something with the armor, and he's gonna use tanks as main line, or like front line, sorry. And the DPS comes from something else, like MLRS, or does he just want zone defenders? We've got the infantry doctrine coming up Stromberg. Zone defenders, yeah. It's for the zone defenders, isn't it? Now, if I was being greedy, Oops thinks exactly the same way I do. I'd grab those oils. You get a one-time cash injection, right? Right? I would also have placed down another defense there, because that's like... This is prime real estate. This is genius. This is great. So often you see players running away with their army and then half their army dies. Oh, drop troopers. Nice. Get the power plant? You will. Shouldn't get anything else though. You've seen them running away with their army, and half their army dies in a retreat, just running away, because infantry go prone, they move more slowly, you know, all of that kind of thing. Leaving a small number of units behind causes the enemy to stop their attack move, and then the rest of your units can get out. And there you go. There's the tanks moving forwards. Yes, a lot of them are dying, but like, look how many infantry are dying. None. Because the tanks are closer, so the attack move order from the inf focuses on the tanks. Who's making T3 now? Yes, he is. No, he's not. Oh yeah, you mean the tech something? Troop crawler being annoying, but not that bad. That was a great fight for Oops. Point defense shield will be double tank wall factory. Wait, you just mean the number of tanks he's going to get out will be big? Yeah. And then using the Merls for anti-inf, which is probably better than Vulcans, right? Although Stromberg, it looks like he's like not building tanks at all anymore. So, you know, we know that Vulcans probably would be better than mediums. Ah, no, point defense doesn't affect Vulcans. He just cancelled point defense, then cancelled tier 2 upgrade, and now he's going for hammerhead missiles. Hammy's really good. Yeah, they're pure upgrade, right? Yeah. Slows movement and rate of fire versus inf. Huge.
Rock and roll.
Oh, he has got a load of Vulcans. This should be easy for Oops to clean up. Like, yeah, a few tanks are dying, but look at the survivability of this army. This army comp is great. He's captured a hospital as well. Wait, no. Oh yeah, there's just one hospital on the map. Point defense coming up now. Yes. Effects. Guardian drone. Harvester frigate. Yeah, no. So no Vulcans. We got mediums coming out. Jump jets. Hey, look, it's the power seat. Or as somebody said the other day, the EXO power seat stands for the number of wins that gets you in a game. Pretty sure that was you. So I can't quite remember, but based. I'm just gonna steal your quote. They are strong. They're Wolverines, but with a bit more armor, right? Love the Sonic Towers there. If you got the money to spend. Now there's no scout on. Okay, so you could hear the barbed wire getting destroyed. This will scout that before. Okay, no. What's Stromberg's reaction to this? Oh my god, we have mammoths coming out from Oops. Oops is quickly becoming my favorite player. If he keeps building army comp like this. And Stromberg reacts to it. Pulls back, doesn't want to play chicken. Doesn't want to go for a base trade or anything. I mean, his army's 30k, 28k. Do you not have a cloning VATS? Why do we not have a cloning VATS? That's just a free racks. Actually, Oh, is it level 3? Ah. Do the cloning bats gives you like will give you a clone of every inf you build, right? So wouldn't it double his infantry production? That seems too OP. No, that okay, it is that OP. So you build 4 racks and all of a sudden you're building 8 units. It's a ×2 multiplier. Oh, it links with 1 racks. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I do remember that now. Bad positioning for Oops here. Or not ideal, obviously. This could get very dicey. Then again, if he pulls back, doesn't have the range, doesn't have the artillery. Oh, but we have a push into Stromberg's base. I just don't know if this is going to get enough done. Maybe they can hold? I think Oops holds. I think this is just... they're not even attack moving. It holds? Yeah. Look at how many merls he's managed to spew out. Taking out the war is really nice. These don't kill buildings very fast. In more drop pods. They came in. It took ages to come in. I think this is Oops' win. Could hit the racks. Takes down 1 racks. And Stromberg isn't one to give up too soon. Zone defenders. I have seen Stromberg sort of come back from losing sort of his main, quote unquote, as much as you have mains in combined arms. But I think this is too much to come back from. A significant lack of production from Stromberg anymore.
I have no fear. Kirov reporting.
Right. Well, you know, why not, right? Stromberg obviously doesn't have any, well, doesn't really have any eco anymore. I was gonna say, can't Mel shoot up? Killed 2 riflemen. Valiant fight to the end, but yeah, I don't think so, Mr. Stromberg. There's the GG. And Oops takes game 2. Really nice to see. That was a fantastic game from Oops. Great from Stromberg as well, but a 1-1. And I just want to check actually the result of the last tournament. I don't know if I have the brackets. Because I'm pretty sure those two played against each other at the start of the last tournament. Challenge page. I don't know if the challenge page still exists or whether challenge like refreshes it. I was right. Strongbow versus Oops. And I think Strongbow was quite dominant there. But Oops definitely showing that he can play with the big boys. That was really nice. Wins on it. Oh.
Battle control.
Secret money crate, right? Secret money crate. Who else did we have who is playing in this tournament? Hyper, and who cares? Sinjil is now playing in this tournament. Ino isn't, which is a shame, because Ino was insane. Nico, yeah, Strongberg and Blackened at for the final last the tournament end of last year, started this year. End of last year, 9 months ago. Hyper, who cares? Legato, Nico, and Hans. Yeah, Hans went out early. Going mass infantry GI is so sketchy. Yeah, against Vulcans, for sure. And MLRS, of course. So that was Stromberg versus Oops. Cool. Well, I'm going to call it there at 20 to midnight. I will do... I'm not sure I'll get all of the rest of these done tomorrow. I've got to make sure I don't rewatch these. I don't know how they've ended up in... How these two round one games have ended up here. But they have. But yeah, I'll try and get through like 6 of these tomorrow. 5 of these tomorrow. And then I'll be left with like 3 or 4 to do when the last few games are done. Really nice games. Some really nice games. High quality combined arms. And like I said in the first round, some nice seeing some new people in the tournament as well. And with people talking about how much experience they've had. People playing with like 3 months. Oh, Leggy, thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. And a gifted one. Damn. Thanks, Legato. Look, these are my notes. These are my notes for like people's intros. I don't know how this got in here. I don't know, man. Somebody must have written it on my computer. But yeah, no, thanks, Legato. But talk about the notes again. Worth drawing some attention to people. Fab, 18 years old, played CA for 10 hours, give or take. Versus people that, people like 2 years, 2.5 years. Since version 0.7. I don't know how many decades ago that was, but that was quite a while. 5 years, and then we've got 3 months. We've got 5 months. 2 months. You know, it's like it takes a lot of courage and effort to play in a tournament where there's no skill boundaries, right? And so definitely commendable that people are putting themselves out there. Old ass. There's people half your age in the tournament, Legato. Like, you know, brain not working quite as fast, hands not working quite as fast. The young blood's coming for you, man. Anyway, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll play some more Red Alert 1 in the afternoon and cast more of this in the evening. Bit of like 20 hours or so for the combined arms. Have a good night, everyone, and